Very little talk of video games during that reveal. There's talk about how it's going to be the simple.
All right.
Living room.
Check it out. Let's check it out.
Change the way we watch sports.
Welcome back to another show, you guys.
Require online connection and you can't.
This should be a pretty good show. It's just PlayStation, showing what they got coming up. So, we got about
sort of like the death blow was.
I would say like 36 minutes, and then the show should begin. So sit back. No, 48. We got 48 minutes. My bad. Just sit back and relax and just kick it. It's all good.
Microsoft's press conference was aired before Sony's by a few hours.
I'm hoping that the Silent Hill looks and I hope the gameplay looks good, and I hope the actual footage and what they're going to show today implicates what the game is going to really be. You know how sometimes they show you a game trailer or something like that, but then when the game comes out, it's the total opposite of what they showed you. So all we can do is have high hopes, you guys. High hopes. Cross your fingers.
Beat the body to death.
So that's what we're doing today. Checking this out while I eat my favorite cookies. I'm a cookie head. I love cookies, man. So if anybody knows the Mangamer or even the Black Knight, you know the Black Knight loves cookies. He's like the Cookie Monster. So, but anyway.
This whole thing, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like
they were teasing us the whole way.
Yeah.
And I loved it. I wanted more. They showed a hell of a lot.
Yeah, I got me a glass of milk too. I don't know if y'all can see that, but I got a glass of milk that I dip it in. You know what I mean? Let it soak till it get real soft, filled with milk, and then I get busy one time.
$399 US, 399 euros, and 349 pounds sterling. 20% less than the Xbox One. Damn.
The most notable thing to come out of the entire press conference, besides the console itself, wasn't an announcement for anything Sony was selling, but a direct shot at Microsoft Xbox One's always online VR.
This is how you share the games on PS4.
I remember that.
This bold jab at the competition was what Sony needed to hammer its gaming-first messaging and solidify
Man, that was funny.
Stance for the next generation of consoles. I think they handled it they took that probably as far as you could without being distasteful. The PS4 was a massive success, and Sony
come on, man, that messed Xbox up, man. Come on.
Amplify the competition's confusing messaging around its next Xbox console.
There were lots of people who gave their opinions on that issue to my Twitter account before E3. It's not that our hardware policies are decided strictly based on user reaction like this, but when we were thinking about what we had to bring across and how to bring it across, it was a very useful source. Considering how Sony referenced the feedback Microsoft has received towards the end of the conference, it appears that even if the backlash didn't dictate what the Japanese company decided to do with the PS4, it was happy to capitalize on the negative reaction. SCE Japan Asia President Hiroshi Kawano added, "As of now, I feel like we're getting a very positive response. For this system, we made a list of what people expected from us, debating over each point, with user feedback forming the main basis of the
So I'm guessing today is supposed to be
fun stuff with it.
a PlayStation showing, and then they're going to have a Silent Hill showing, the new game that's coming out. So,
PlayStation, I think Microsoft had.
I'm hoping that it's going to be pretty good.
About their game lineup, but only because I already knew they came out and showed updated versions for PlayStation games, right? And I was like, that's awesome. And then what I got excited about the PlayStation was the price, and standing up for gamers like we've talked about, and doing all these different things.
This is the time more than ever where you need to win a policy.
So,
a few years ago, Sony announced the PS3.
But anyway, this is going to be pretty good. You know what I mean? I'm hoping. We haven't had
But they weren't.
any announcements for a decent game or anything in a while. You know what I mean?
Not going to rip people off. And they stop that dead in its tracks.
To me, I still haven't seen a game better than Elden Ring. If I'm being honest, I haven't seen a game better than Elden Ring. You know what I mean?
It's a good place to start.
In those system conferences, there's always sort of a level of like one-upmanship.
I'm just waiting for well, you know what?
I've never seen.
I take that back. The Wukong game might be pretty good. I haven't played it. I've seen trailers of it, but the Wukong game, the Monkey King Wukong game looks pretty good. Can't lie about that. You know, I'm playing that MLB 2K.
Sony took advantage of.
No. Is it EA Sports or is it 2K? Anyway, I'm playing the MLB game on Xbox. I'm playing the Final Fantasy game, the Rebirth. So I'm playing a few games right now, and I'm trying to level up my character
And then, of course,
on
there's so much more.
Elden Ring. So
video on IGN
I got a few things I'm doing.
Unboxing of PS4s in the office because pretty much everyone in the IGN office had pre-ordered one. Let me just say, I don't think we had enough people to do a fun video like that.
What's up, everybody? This is Greg Miller, and our personal PS4s have arrived here at the IGN office. But everybody's so excited, we all wanted to do an unboxing video by ourselves, so we said, hey, we'll do it all at once. You guys ready? Yeah! All right, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, let me know down in the comment section if you guys remember any of this, them busting open their PlayStation 4s and all that. Let me know when the PS4 launched, where was you guys at? When the PS4 launched, where was you guys at? And if you had got your PS4 or your PS4 Pro, let me know where was you at when you, where was you at when you purchased it? When you picked up your PS4 or your PS4 Pro, where was you at when you picked one up? Leave it down in the comment section. Where was you at? Who was you with? You know, the whole spiel.
Oh my gosh, we got the same thing! That's why this is the most revolutionary console ever made, since the GameCube at least.
This is supposed to be a pretty in-depth show, so I pretty much can't wait to this actually does this thing. But like I said, there was a few games over the last couple of years has been a lot announced, but we're yet to see them. I mean, Hellblade came out. Hellblade 2 came out. That was a flop. I didn't even get it, and I didn't even download it on Game Pass. Xbox personal studios, even the ones that they're purchasing, even before they got these
the system was well on its way to becoming
even before they got these companies, these developers, these companies were good. They were okay with us, but after Microsoft gets these companies, they destroy them.
One of the most effective.
They end up bringing out garbage games. You know what I mean? So far, who I get from it. You know what I mean? So we'll see. Only time will tell, man. Only time will tell.
Good night.
I just wish Microsoft would just leave these companies alone, man, because everything that they touch so far just falls apart. You know what I mean?
After 3
I'm scared for Call of Duty, man. Black Ops, all that. I'm scared for.
Hundreds of games, the PlayStation 5 has cemented.
You never know what's gonna happen when Microsoft put their hands on something.
Nearly double the units sold at the Xbox Series X and S.
But all we can do is sit and wait.
Different thanks to the
All we can do is wait.
model revision, but today's PS5 isn't radically different from what came out 3 years ago.
True.
It's still a weird-looking workhorse of a machine with a best-in-class controller, and it can more than hold its own when playing the most demanding games available today. For the most part, you can put aside speed comparisons with the Xbox Series X. If the past few years' in-depth performance reviews of cross-platform games have taught us anything, it's that both consoles are up to the task of running current games. The PS5 has an AMD Zen 2 CPU.
If my smacking is irritating you guys, I'm sorry, man. I'm just hungry.
Which keeps it competitive with Xbox.
I knew a show was coming on in like 40-something. In like 40-something minutes, so.
Combat screen tearing, and some games
I just jumped over here, man.
120 frames per second at the cost of resolution or graphics features like ray tracing. It's even got 1440p support if you want to plug into a gaming monitor. The newest model of PS5, officially called the PS5 Slim, packs all those same features into a more compact, slimmer design that's a lot nicer on the eyes than the bulky launch version. As a nice bonus, you get a slightly larger 1 TB.
I think I did a show yesterday, but if you guys didn't watch that one, you didn't hear what I said whenever I did my last show. I love you guys, man, and thanks for the support, man. You guys coming by here, checking out my show. I don't think I said enough. I really appreciate you guys, and if anybody else wants to sub to my channel, man, feel free. It don't cost you a thing. Just hit the subscribe button, man, and the bell icon, so you can be notified whenever I go live. But I appreciate you guys, man.
SSD can read 5.5 gigs in just 1 second.
It just helps me out, man. It allows me to do more with my show. You know what I mean?
That speed means you can fast travel to nearly any point on the map in 6 seconds. After generations of reading tooltips and staring at splash screens, it's pretty unreal how quickly some games load. Bear in mind, though, that a single Call of Duty game is 150 gigs these days, so you may still want to invest in extra storage. To do that, you can easily pop off the side panels to install an M.2 SSD drive right off the shelf, which currently range from an affordable 250 gigs to 4 terabyte monsters that can cost as much as a PS5 on its own. That gives the PS5 more flexibility than the Xbox Series X and its proprietary expansion cards. The PS5 Slim is sold as either a digital-only or disc model for $449.99 and $499.99 respectively. But if you feel remorse after giving up your physical media, you can buy a drive separately for $80 and snap it on yourself. Heads up, you do have to be connected to the internet to activate the drive on a new console.
Does it frighten you?
Our previous reviewer, Luke Riley, described the original PS5 as far and away the most flamboyant looking.
I hope that the new God of War, because they changed it
still fits that description. It's a weirdly
from the
eye-catching thing, and if you want
original platform
to attach a set of little
to when they made the Valhalla games,
you are more of the vertical.
They made him a bigger character. They made him in like a different version of him, and the game, the way they presented it, it was totally different. I'm hoping with this new God of War that they do the same thing again, that they change it again into a different perspective. That'd be dope. I don't know how they would do it. I've only ever heard of first and third person. I ain't never heard nothing else, but I guess over the shoulder, I don't know. But time will tell. Time will tell. Oh, the Black Knight wanted me to tell you guys too that he'll be doing a show tonight. If all things permit, he'll be on here doing a show tonight. I told him I could tell you guys when I do this show that I'll relay the message to you guys. So he told me to tell you that he'll be on there tonight to do a show. I don't know what kind of show he's gonna do, but the Black Knight will be on here tonight to do a show. So.
HDMI 2.1 port and the Ethernet port. That's plenty for charging controllers, plugging in external storage, and hooking up a PSVR 2. But sorry, audiophiles, there's still no optical audio out.
No, I know that sounds bad.
Apart from the big graphical power jump and short load times, the biggest difference between this generation of PlayStation and the last is the part you hold in your hand. You can check out our full review of the amazing DualSense controller for a more in-depth dive into its features and battery life, but looking at it at the end of 2023, the extent of its wonders varies depending on what game you're playing and the lengths the developers went to in designing around it. The 3-year-old Astro's Playroom remains one of the best showcases for everything the DualSense can do, and though Insomniac's Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart and Housemarque's Returnal are other great examples, many others still neglect or overuse the haptic feedback, sometimes making pulling the trigger a chore to the point where I've just had to turn it off altogether. But even then, it's still a nice option to have that you don't get anywhere else. It's also worth mentioning that I did suffer some very slight drift on my launch controller, but that didn't happen for a little over a year, and I've seen no issues with the replacements. This is a far cry from what I dealt with during the PS4 era, where I probably saw drift after about 8 months of each controller. When you fire it up after the simple setup process, the PS5's interface doesn't feel wildly removed from its roots on the PS4, but it's definitely different and significantly more elegant in a number of ways. Selecting a game immediately takes over the main menu background and music with dramatic effect. Single tap of the PlayStation button in the center of the controller will bring up what Sony calls the Control Center, which is a little like a taskbar on a Windows PC and lets you quickly switch between your active and recent games and apps like Netflix and Spotify. It's a big improvement over the PS4. Back then, checking things like current downloads and what friends of yours are online required a bunch of shuffling back and forth, up and down, left and right, through menu icons. The PS5's Control Center places all that info at our fingertips. You can also organize your library into game lists, which are basically folders, but heads up, the PS5 doesn't really have a web browser.
What's your question?
My question is, what the hell?
For those who live in the thrill of the trophy hunt, the objects of your desire are easily accessible to view from each game's individual splash page on the dashboard. But trophy info can also be included in the activity card view. And as a bonus, you can pin up to 5 trophies to the side of your screen to keep track of your progress as you play. There's other interesting stuff sprinkled throughout the PS5's UI too. When hovering over a game, there's an hour counter that will let you know approximately how long you've sunk into it. I say approximately because it usually doesn't match up with the hour clock attached to the save files in the game, so it's possible it's only counting active time and not some of the extended periods I have the game paused. You can go into the global settings menu to automatically configure difficulties, subtitle preferences, and even invert the Y-axis by default, like the Xbox 360 used to do. Nope, Microsoft. That brings us to Remote Play. You don't need to invest in Sony's flashy new PlayStation Portal to play away from your couch. Any phone, tablet, or PC can stream your games directly from your personal PlayStation 5 over a local network connection, or even anywhere you have decent internet access. Sony's game streaming tech also enables features like watching a friend play a game, picture-in-picture while you chat with them, and play something else entirely, or use SharePlay to let them try playing your game over the internet. If you're upgrading from PlayStation 4, you can rest assured that all your old games will make the jump with you, though the process isn't quite as smooth as it is on Xbox because there's both a PS4 and PS5 version of everything. Although this doesn't apply to PSVR, you can plug your original PSVR into the PS5 and it'll work without any upgrades, and your PSVR library won't transfer to the PSVR 2.
That's dope.
Like the other platforms, Sony has its PlayStation Plus subscription, which is required for online play in most games. It also nets you a handful of games each month that are yours to play, as long as you maintain your subscription. PlayStation Plus starts at $9.99 monthly, $79.99 yearly, and goes up to $17.99 monthly, $159.99 yearly for the highest tier, which gets you access to game trials, cloud streaming for games on the service, and access to download classic games from the PS1 and PS2. As someone who has multiple years subs, it's an okay foundation, but it's missing the killer library of the Xbox Game Pass and its commitment to bringing first-party games to the service on day one. As it stands in 2023, the PlayStation 5 more than holds its own. While Xbox Series X can rightfully claim to be the most powerful console out there, features like blistering quick loading times for native PS5 games and a well-considered UI continue to make Sony's console a pleasure to use. The new slim model takes less space in your entertainment console while offering internal storage on par with the Xbox Series X, and it's easily upgradable too. The DualSense controller continues to deliver phenomenal experiences when games are designed around it, and peripherals like the PSVR 2 and PS Portal, while optional, offer additional ways to take advantage of the power of the PS5. While you do have to keep in mind that there's an extra $80 annual expense for PlayStation Plus if you intend to play multiplayer games that aren't free to play, the service does come with a number of other benefits, though its access to free games is limited compared to Xbox Game Pass's expansive library. Either way, the first 3 years of PlayStation 5 have been filled with excellent first-party games like God of War Ragnarok, Spider-Man 2, and Returnal, all of which have showcased the power of Sony's new-gen console, giving us a taste of what to expect as we enter the second half of the PS5's life cycle. For more on the PS5, check out our reviews of the PlayStation Portal and the DualSense Edge, and for everything else, keep it locked to IGN.
PS5 has had a strong start to 2024.
Seems like these are happening all over the galaxy.
But Sony's plans for the rest of the year are shrouded in secrecy.
Don't ask me.
This is IGN's Summer of Gaming. The PlayStation pre-show starts right now.
Hello,
everybody, and welcome to the 2024 PlayStation Summer State of Play pre-show, all part of IGN's Summer of Gaming. Now, in just a few minutes, we're getting a brand new State of Play from PlayStation, promising new looks at 14 PS5 and PSVR 2 games, and hopefully it's jam-packed with new game announcements and surprises. I'm your host, and joining me here, we have Jacob, we have Nick, we got David. How y'all doing?
Hey,
great.
So good.
You all ready for this?
So ready.
Yes, beyond. But before, I have to say, you already know that, Jada. Before we actually get started today, if you love big live shows which are full of surprises, well, you're going to love IGN Live. It's a 3-day event happening in Los Angeles on June 7th through the 9th. Now, we've routed a few cages and secured a limited number of free tickets for our fans for IGN Live. All you got to do is go on over to IGN.com/live, code BEYOND to redeem a free single-day ticket and come watch a live taping of your favorite IGN podcast like this one. I know this is probably your favorite. Anyways, there's so much fun stuff to do at IGN Live. We got tons of demos, new games, celebrity panels, screenings, a bunch of giveaways, but what's most important is that you can meet us, possibly beat us, Jada specifically, at some games. That's right. Go to IGN.com/live where you can use the promo code BEYOND for free tickets. We can't wait to see you there so you can beat Jada at some games.
It's not happening.
It's going to be very easy.
I don't think I've ever seen that, actually. Jada's probably the best gamer we have at IGN.
I mean, that is true.
It depends on the genre. I don't want everybody to like over-exaggerate myself. I am very good. But we have a lot.
I'm glad you know that.
I don't want to toot my own horn here, but I'm pretty good at
I'm going to be helpful.
That's right. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens at IGN Live. Join us. Now, there are a couple of big games that probably going to make some appearances here, and one of them is Death Stranding 2 on the Beach. Yes, that's the official name of the game. The GOAT Kojima gave it that title. Now, this game is coming exclusively to PS5 in 2025. I'm kind of curious, Nick, do you think this will make an appearance today?
Look, I want to be optimistic. I'm a Social Strand gamer. I love me some Social Strand games, but if we get anything from Death Stranding 2 on the beach, I think it's going to be a tiny little morsel, a little taste.
A little grain.
Just a little sampler with a extended tease promoting, I would assume, Jeff Keighley's Summer Game Fest, where I would assume we get a better look at the game. Now that said, as far as what I'd like to see from Death Stranding 2 on the beach, just to get a little bit of lore, a little lore nerdy for you, the original Death Stranding opens on a line from Kobo Abe's novel, The Rope. And it's all about the rope and the stick, bringing people in. For games talks about extensively, Death Stranding 1 is about connections, building relationships. Now, the central thesis to Death Stranding 2, he said, is the stick, keeping people away. So that means weapons. I want to see extended combat gameplay for Death Stranding 2 because we got a little bit of it in Death Stranding 1, but you kind of get punished for killing people in that game. So I'm curious to see what happens in Death Stranding 2 and how he can incentivize a more, for lack of a better way of putting it, violent gameplay without it feeling like a detriment to the player.
Yeah. Now, Damon, I know we talked about this off air. The likelihood of this possibly being shown today, what do we think? Do we think it's high?
I think it's pretty low.
Yeah.
So, we did get an extended look at it in January at the State of Play at the time. Like Nick said, Kojima and Jeff Keighley are best buds. He's got his event next week, so I think that's probably a little bit more likely. And then in terms of Fizzant, codename Fizzant, the next game he's got after that, I also want to say I think that's a little bit unlikely that we'll get any sort of updates on that.
I just want to anything, another morsel of food stuff.
I hope you're right though, Nick. The original Death Stranding, I know it's got its audience, like you. It didn't quite click for me. It was a little bit too slow paced for me. So if it's a little bit more combat focused on the second one, on the beach, that actually sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah. Well, Damon, you love beaches.
I do that. I love the beach.
You love beaches.
Okay, are you excited for this?
I'm like Damon. It didn't really catch me the first one. I played a good chunk of it, but it felt like a slog every time, and I was like, it was more of like having to make myself want to play the game more than I wanted to play the game. So I'm hoping that they make some improvements and changes that will accommodate those who, like me, who didn't enjoy it on the first go around, so that I will get into it. Because I do like the story and everything that they're working with in Death Stranding. I just want to see more of that story too.
Yeah, honestly, I think me and Nick we're just huge Kojima. We're stans, I would say. Like,
hey, look, I can be a fanboy, right? That's fine.
Yes,
that's okay.
I have a Kojima T-shirt that's in the mail right now. Only 100 were made, so it's straight from Australia. Anyways, next up, let's move right along and not dwell too much on that. Spider-Man 2 was one of the biggest games of 2024, and spoilers. You can play as a certain symbiote who shall not be named. Actually, here's a hint. He's big, he's black, and PlayStation once offered the public 19 inches and more of it in the form of a statue. Keep your lines down the gutter. We're talking about Venom, baby! Now, the rumors state that Venom may return in Spider-Man 2's DLC, which hasn't even officially been announced yet. Are we thinking that we're going to see 19 seconds or more of Spider-Man DLC today? Jada, what do you think?
I hope we get more than 19 seconds. I think they have a really cool opportunity with Spider-Man 2 DLC to just put us in the role of all the villains. There was, obviously we had Venom, which was a villain and kind of also, helpful friend at some times, and anti-hero at times. But there's also a bunch of other characters that they kind of hinted at that are ripe for stories that I would love to play as those characters, and I don't want to spoil for those that haven't gotten to it, but go play the game, because, we need to these characters.
Yeah, I mean, just to piggyback off that a little bit, one thing that I wasn't certain about when I finished Spider-Man 2 is there's a lot of teases for potential villains that are like, oh, okay, I see what you're doing here. And when I played the game, it was very much like, oh yeah, this is going to be in Spider-Man 3, not even thinking about DLC. I don't know if relegating them to DLC would be satisfying enough, because that feels like an afterthought to me. But that said, I do think Insomniac Games has a track record of putting together some pretty compelling content. But that said, Spider-Man 1, I think the only DLC that I thought was like meaningful was the Black Cat one. That was like a series of Black Cat missions that really tied into the staging of events for Spider-Man 2.
That's true.
I think that the DLC, whatever it looks like, feels a lot more substantial and feels more meaningful to the overall gameplay.
That's true.
Damon, do you think we're going to see some Spider-Man 2 DLC, or do you think Insomniac's going to be sleeping?
I hope not. I think it's time they reveal what the DLC is going to be. It's been 8 months since the game was out. We know it's a big hit, sold 11 million copies as of April. I just don't know. Sony has said they don't have any big releases this year in their major franchises. So a smaller DLC release for Spider-Man 2 in the fall would be cool and make a lot of sense. I just don't know. You mentioned it involving Venom. I don't really see how that would work in the game. Venom has an arc, a very nice little arc that sort of they close the book on that at the end. I don't really see him coming back there.
Yeah, I mean, well, come on. We're talking about Marvel though. There's multiverses.
The kings of what if.
Sure.
Yeah. There could be a multiverse where he does make an appearance. I mean, honestly, it took me 2 days to beat this game, and I wanted more. I pretty much I locked all my doors and shut the blinds, and I didn't go anywhere for 2 days. I had to beat the game. I was craving more.
You were craving more.
Okay, I see what y'all did. Y'all caught on.
You said it up.
Yes, I did. All right, well, let's move along. Let's talk about some Kingdom Hearts here. Kingdom Hearts 4 was officially announced in April 2022. That's over 3 years ago. Now, obviously, Square Enix has been busy cooking up half a dozen different Final Fantasy games, but none of them let you hit a bad guy in the face with a huge key while Winnie the Pooh is screaming, "Don't move," and Goofy is like yelling, "Be careful, Sora, you're gonna die." Now, do we think we're finally getting some Kingdom Hearts 4 news today, Jada?
The audience has been very hungry for Kingdom Hearts. There's been so much hype going around it just going to Steam now. It felt like the second coming of Kingdom Hearts, but they're finally hitting on Steam, and so I think it's a good moment to capitalize on that momentum that the fans have for it. So if we got to see it, there'd be a lot of happy campers out there.
Absolutely, yeah.
I could see it going either way, because Square Enix is kind of in some rocky waters recently. They've put all their eggs in one basket with some big exclusives on PS5 that didn't pan out the way they wanted, and they announced they're rebooting the company, focusing much more on multi-platform releases. So I don't know, showing Kingdom Hearts 4 could be a big jolt of enthusiasm from the fan base for them, but maybe they're just not in the right mindset to show that. Just to show it off right now.
Yeah. Nick, do you think we might see some Kingdom Hearts today, or?
As much as I would love to, I'm a giant Kingdom Hearts fan, but I'm not feeling it today. I'm not vibing with the energy that Square is sending out lately, and I'm not sure that we're going to see any Kingdom Hearts 4. I think that there's a lot that Square needs to figure out in terms of presentation and what lies ahead for this new trilogy of games. I believe they've said this will kick off a new trilogy of Kingdom Hearts games with the Shadow Trilogy or whatever they're calling it for the first 3 games long behind them. So I don't think we're going to see anything, but if we do, I would love to see them kind of confirm everything that is on everyone's mind of how they are leveraging the new Disney IP into the Kingdom Hearts franchise, which feels like a very strange thing to say out loud, but like Star Wars, Marvel, it's got to happen. We got a morsel of it with, Big Hero 6 in Kingdom Hearts 3, so I would assume we're going to see a lot more superheroes and space battles in Kingdom Hearts 4. And honestly, maybe this is Kojima. This is
You can't stop thinking about that.
I can't stop thinking about Kojima, but I also can't stop thinking about Tetsuya Nomura. And I think that this is potentially Nomura's chance to kind of realize his vision for what was Final Fantasy Versus 13 before it was taken from him. And it seems like he is using Kingdom Hearts as his creative outlet, and I say, let the man cook.
The names of Kingdom Hearts games are just about as convoluted as Kojima.
Yes, that is true. Now, so Nick, you're not really filling it for Kingdom Hearts today, but I'm kind of curious. Do you think we'll see anything from Square Enix today then? If not Kingdom Hearts, what?
I don't think we'll see. No? If we see anything from Square Enix today, I don't think it's going to be Part 3 of the remake of Final Fantasy VII. Nor do I think it's going to be Kingdom Hearts. If I had to put money on it, I'm going to say the rumored, potentially, I don't think it was leaked, but the rumored Final Fantasy IX remake. The one that it seems like a lot of people are excited for a Final Fantasy IX remake, and I think that this would be the avenue for it to potentially be announced. But I'm not. Yeah, if I had to bet, that's where I put that bet.
So Final Fantasy IX, that's the one where everyone's like kind of chibified, right?
Yeah, the chibi one with Zidane.
Yes, it was announced, I believe, sometime last year that they were working on an anime for it.
They are working on an anime, and they've already put out a remaster for the game. But yeah, there's been some rumors going around that there is indeed a full-on remake for Final Fantasy IX.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if I see any Final Fantasy IX, if I see a remake of that will honestly blow my mind. I'm not feeling that though. I'm really feeling kind of goofy today.
You're hoping for Kingdom Hearts.
I'm hoping for Kingdom Hearts, yes. If not Kingdom Hearts, then what else could they possibly show us? I really want, and like you were saying, like I want to see, now that we have all these different IPs that are underneath this umbrella of Disney, I honestly want to see what the world of Marvel will look like within Kingdom Hearts, with Goofy teaming up with Spider-Man, the Hulk. I don't know about that.
They're both green. He's got green clothes in Kingdom Hearts. I played all the games. Come on.
Goofy is green.
He's got green clothes. You know what I
don't know what animation you've been watching, but I didn't know Goofy was green.
He's got a green jacket or something. Some stylish undercoat. You know. It has been a minute. But now I can replay it on Steam.
There you go.
Dude.
Oh my goodness.
All right, well, you know what? We're getting down to the wire here, and Sony's State of Play is kicking off in a matter of minutes. Now we're going to be running down some more games that could...
IGN Summer...
We'll return right after this.
This June, IGN Summer of Gaming... This June, IGN Summer of Gaming
Welcome back to IGN Live.
Is back.
Let's do it. Behind every game, movie and TV show you love is a wild, crazy and sometimes unbelievable story.
No one is just black and white.
From revealing the secrets behind your favourite franchises to solving a legendary video game mystery, IGN Inside Stories gives you a peek behind the curtain.
If people come to the game now and see what's going on there, I think they'll be surprised.
Join us as we dive into hyper-dedicated fan bases, worldwide phenomenons, and the most incredible untold tales in games and entertainment.
I said, wait a minute, that doesn't sound so good.
It was definitely not what I expected in the best way.
Inside Stories, available now only on IGN.
Now it's like, holy shit, we're gonna do this.
This June, IGN is hosting a huge in-person event, and we want you there with us. IGN Live brings the coolest things in games and entertainment to you, the fans. And it's jam-packed with awesome, like the cast and director of the upcoming Borderlands movie. The creator of Tetris, Alexei Pajitnov. Xbox's Phil Spencer. Great games from PM Studios, new stuff from High on Life. Netflix's Beverly Hills Cop, Axel F.
Gonna be fine. They love me at Beverly Hills.
Plus, tons of giveaways and prizes, exclusive merch, playable game demos, celebrity interviews, live speedruns, your favorite IGN podcast in person, and much more. It all goes down June 7th through 9th at the Magic Box.
We have 9 minutes. 9 minutes. We have 9 minutes.
What's up, everybody? I will be hosting at IGN Live with all my pals over at IGN. We'll have first looks at brand new games, past on-hand shows like Borderlands. There'll be live tapings of IGN podcasts, meet and greets with fans, a DJ, and tons of giveaways. By now you're like, okay, good, yes, I'm in. Which good, because IGN also gave me some free tickets. All you have to do is use my code ROLLTHETHING, that's all one word, over at IGN.com/live.
Well, hello and welcome back. If you're here for Sony's big summer state of play, you're just in time. It's starting in just a few minutes, which gives us just enough time to run down a few more games that could make an appearance. Y'all might remember a bunch of games were announced or shown off during Sony's summer presentation last year, and for a few of them, we haven't heard anything since, like Judas. Now, that's the upcoming first-person shooter from Ghost Story Games. Ken Levine's first game since Bioshock Infinite Burial at Sea. That's expected sometime in March 2025. Damon, when you first saw this game, what did you think?
Bioshock.
Yeah. That's exactly.
I mean, so yeah, Ken Levine left Irrational, right?
Yeah.
And to form this new studio after Bioshock Infinite, which is 11 years ago now. And he was going to make smaller in scope games, but now all this time has passed, and he's back with a game that looks just like Bioshock, which is fine. Not complaining at all. I love Bioshock. It'll just be interesting to see how this turns out, especially considering that Take-Two also has, or 2K also has another Bioshock that they're working on. So,
let them fight.
We had a big preview of this in March of this year, I believe. So it might be
like 3 hours ago.
Yeah, it might be too soon for another look at Judas.
But Nick, what was your take on this when you first saw it?
Hey, look, I like Bioshock. If Ken Levine's working on it, I'm going to check it out. I haven't had a chance to really dig into anything that's been shown since the initial trailer. I'm hoping it's a little more immersive to me.
I guess I can go for another Bioshock game. I don't think that'd be bad. I think I can go for another one. I liked it the first, what was it, 2 games? I think they only had made 2 games, but I can go for another one though. No, I think 3. I think they made 3.
They've already done 90% of the work.
But all the ones they made up to this point is pretty good, so
powers and the tech
I would get it. I would pick it up.
M1 Garand with spells and things like that. So yeah, it seems like a fun blend of genres, and I'm into anything that's like high concept sci-fi. And I suspect there will probably be some betrayal along the way.
There's gotta be, right? Yeah. I mean, with a name like that, Judas, Jada.
Wait, what? Was that a?
You never know. You never know. Hey,
Jada?
This is Navy. You never know. Hey,
Judas, Jada. I'm sorry.
It's there. It's there.
But Jada, what was your
if I could go back and replay one game with no memory of it, it would be the first Bioshock. And it's just there's so many strong elements to that game. That I wish I could experience.
The first Bioshock was a very good game. I liked it.
Go play it. But yeah, I love
really good game.
The original Bioshock. This one, like Damon says, one-word answer. It's Bioshock.
If you guys haven't played the original Bioshock, man, check it out. You won't regret it. It's a real good game.
Stuff that Ryan got into in his previews of this one on site. But I want more.
Yeah.
She said, "I want more."
When I first saw the trailer, I was just lured. I was lured into this world. I don't know if it's because of Bioshock, but subconsciously I'm thinking it definitely is because of Bioshock. Let's move on to the next game that was shown, which was Phantom Blade Zero. This is from Chinese studio S Game. It's an action RPG blending Chinese martial arts and steampunk. 2 things that I enjoy separately that I've never seen together, and I'm all for it. That's expected sometime in 2024. Nick, what was your take on this when you first saw this?
Honestly, this is one of the games that I'm pretty much I think it is a known quantity in that it's been announced, but it's the game I'm most excited for because this looks like a reason to own a PlayStation 5. The second we saw that original trailer, it is one of those things that you will bring people into the room and say, would you look at how good this looks? This looks incredible. Now, my concern is that the gameplay doesn't look as good as what we've seen in the trailer, but based on a lot of stuff that I've worked on myself, it seems pretty promising. Like, we've done a couple videos with S-Game in particular, and the way they've just talked about the game's inspiration being like PlayStation 1, like inventive PS1 era games, that has me so excited because it looks like they are willing to get weird with Phantom Blade Zero in a way that is, yeah, your prestige third-person action game, but it looks like there's a lot more to it. And I really like the setting, as you said, the like kung fu,
martial arts, steampunk.
It looks pretty crazy.
Punk, which is a very they've got a focus and a vision that they are looking to fulfill. And honestly, I'm hyped. It looks great.
Has this been announced as a PS5 console exclusive release?
Also exclusive.
I think, like, to piggyback on what you said, Nick, the thing I love most about it is how weird this game is. I think games are at their best when they're allowed to be as weird as possible, and like not being weird just for weird's sake, but like really figuring out that corner of how weird they want to be, and then just really owning it, diving
leaning into it.
There's a vision there. And they're gonna like fully commit to that vision.
Yeah. Now, Damon, I don't know if you're on the same page as me, but I want to ask you this question. Looking at this, does it remind you of any other game that might have come out like in the last few months, perhaps?
Are we talking about something like a Rise of the Ronin or a Stellar Blade or something like that?
Well, maybe not Stellar Blade, but Rise of the Ronin, I would say. Even last year, what was it? What game came out? It was a samurai not inspired, but yeah. It was in that particular genre.
Published by EA. Something Hearts, not Atomic Heart.
Oh, are you talking about Wild Hearts?
Wild
Hearts with the giant beasts, so it was like kind of more Monster Hunter like?
Yes.
Yeah, Wild Hearts.
I'm getting kind of, like this game kind of reminds me of a lot of other games that have already come out.
Black Myth Wukong.
Wukong for sure. So I mean it's within good company for sure. Now this next game I really want to talk about. I'm excited for this one. This next game. I think the power level for it is over 9,000! Of course, I'm talking about Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. That's the fourth entry in the PS2 era Budokai series, which was called Sparking in Japan. Little known fact to us Americans here. Now, last entry was Tenkaichi Tag Team back in 2010, and with the Super Series in a lot of new characters.
That looks sick.
It's interesting to see what it'll look like, what they'll look like in their sparking form. And honestly, I'm hoping that it'll win over a lot of the Dragon Ball Fighter Z fan base. This is obviously vastly different from its 2D counterpart. Nick, do you think we might see anything from this?
I don't think we're going to see anything from it from PlayStation simply because they did have a presentation for Sparking Zero earlier today where they announced a ton of characters that are getting added. Like, I think we would have to fact check this, but this might be one of the biggest rosters in a fighting game I think I've ever seen. And it's not just because there's 14 different versions of Goku and Vegeta, but like it is truly staggering to look at the character selection and you're like, there's that many characters in Dragon Ball I didn't even realize. I don't think we're going to see anything, but I'm still excited nonetheless because, again, it is as visually striking as Dragon Ball FighterZ was. So I'm in.
This is one of those franchises that every time they release a new game, I'm not a big graphics person, but I'm more like art direction. Thank you. And it seems like every time we get a new Dragon Ball game, it looks so much better. It's like this looks like I'm watching the anime.
Yes.
Like every single time, and it looks better and closer every time. I'm like, how are they constantly pushing that bar?
Yeah.
And it's just amazing.
They managed to do it, and what's brilliant about this one is the fact that it kind of, if you've seen Dragon Ball Super Hero, which was done in that 3D animated style, cel shading style, it kind of looks like that. I didn't see that presentation, Nick, but did they show off Orange Piccolo?
I don't believe so, no.
I don't think Orange Piccolo is going to make an appearance in this game, but I'm hoping...
We just saw a little taste of it. Unbreakable bond.
Piccolo will be in the game, but Orange Piccolo is huge.
You just want that orange pickle.
I want him. I want to play as Shinron.
Dude, that'd be nuts.
Shinron?
Yes.
That'd be
okay.
Nuts.
I want to hit people with Dragon Balls. You know? But anyways, hopefully we'll see some more. I mean, I'm hoping that we see something today, but you might be right, you might not, Nick, because of that presentation. Also, we did see last year Fair Games, which is from Haven Studios, founded by Jade Raymond, formerly of Ubisoft, working on titles like Watch Dogs and Assassin's Creed. And this kind of looks similar to some of those games. Like, this is a competitive heist PvP experience for PS5 and PC, which was revealed last year. There's no release date just yet.
That's a tough field to get into because, like, we saw Hyenas come and go. A game that was canceled.
That was the game I was trying to think of.
A game as a service from EA, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but yeah, it was basically the same pitch right there, but kind of came and went. I don't even know if it made it out of alpha or beta. I do know people have played it, but it was canceled pretty quick. Also, they're competing with the finals right now, which is a very similar competitive game as a service.
And it's already also starting to see a dip in its player base.
I think, like, in the year 2024, it's never been harder to release a multiplayer game, let alone a game as a service multiplayer game that is going to keep people invested. Because honestly, I just don't know that you can make a multiplayer game anymore unless your name is Call of Duty or Fortnite.
Well, and that's why I think we're much more likely to see Concord. Because that's Sony's new PvP first-person shooter that they said is coming this year. So now is probably the time to actually show what this game is.
Absolutely, yeah. That's from Firewall Studios. All we know is it's a space game.
Yeah. Well, and it's a first-person shooter, and it's a really nicely rendered cheeseburger.
Yes, yes.
I'm having a hard time placing Concord, but cheeseburger, I'll keep an eye out.
Well, that game looks awesome. Before we talk about that, well, we already talked about that. There's so much that was revealed last year. I also want to talk about Until Dawn, the remake. Now, this is it's a PC and PS5 overhaul of Supermassive's 2015 PS4 exclusive. It'll feature a new third-person perspective for more immersion, is what they said in a recent interview. It's got enhanced and new locations. Also, the Until Dawn movie was announced, so this possibly is going to be released around that time as well. But do we think this remake will redefine the genre even more? Because it kind of, at the time, the whole branched story narrative type game, it kind of defined that. Do you think it's going to redefine?
I think it kicked off a new wave of those with the Man of Medan series, the Quarry. There's a bunch of other ones, but I think this one kind of stood out just because it was first. I don't think it's going to have the same effect just because it's a remake and a lot of people have already played it. I think it's smart since they're doing a movie, right? As they said. So getting the synergy out of it, I think it makes sense. But yeah.
Will this be the first remake of a game that features the likeness of well-known celebrities? And I wonder how they would handle that.
Potentially, yeah. Rami Malek, you got Hayden Panettiere.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. We got to investigate that.
They could call him in for just new face scans and stuff like that.
Yeah. Or they could recast him.
I don't think you can.
I mean, they did some
work, right?
They've done similar stuff with Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
This is a reminder. Check your blood.
We also got Lego Horizon. We're running short on time, which is good.
This is a reminder. Check your blood.
We also have Lego Horizon, which was announced. The whole Lego tall neck set was released in 2022. Sword.
Don't we also have a multiplayer game for Horizon in the works?
It's in development, yeah.
And then they're also doing a remake of the original Horizon Zero Dawn.
There's a lot of Horizon stuff. I mean, it's sold so many copies of that. It's not surprising that Sony wants to capitalize on it like that. I will say that the big one that chat wants to see, and it's a big one for our Beyond cast, Bloodborne. We want to see that Bloodborne, baby. That Bloodborne.
Everybody keep talking about Bloodborne. If they announce a remake, oh boy, the internet will break.
I don't know, it feels like it.
I think it's just not enough people at home have a summoning circle set up.
We gotta ring that bell. Bring in some PvP people up in here.
But as we get down to the wire, I'm gonna do roundtable. What are we most looking forward to seeing?
Oh, I get to go before Nick to say Ghost of Tsushima 2.
Ah, darn it!
Yeah, it's been 4 years.
Answer.
It's been 4 years since Ghost of Tsushima. Even if it's just a tease, just to let us know that it's coming soon. That's what I want most of all.
Yeah. What about you?
If I can't choose Ghost, I'm gonna say A Last of Us Part 3 tease. I think it's time.
I mean, also 4 years.
Yeah, it's been a while. I'm going Monster Hunter Wilds, baby. I love me some Monster Hunter, and we got the sneak of it towards the end of last year.
Monster Hunters is a good one. Wild, the Ghost, the Monster Hunter Wilds does look good. The Monster Hunter Wilds does look good. I want to give that one a try. I want to try it when it comes out.
I believe it's going to be after the State of Play, right?
That's correct.
State of Play? Yeah. So hopefully we'll, if we're not going to see anything from Silent Hill 2 during this State of Play, possibly might see it during the transmission. So as you can see, the timer is set right there. We've got 22 seconds till the State of Play kicks off, which is super duper exciting. But I'm going to toss things over right now. I want y'all to be sure to stick around,
I hope it lives up to the hype. You know what I mean? So far, these shows, the Xbox events, these events has been disappointing, highly disappointing, especially on the Microsoft side. All right, let's do it, y'all. Let's do it. Don't get your hopes too high. Set them low. Set them very low.
Hi everyone, I'm Asad Kizilbash, Head of Product at PlayStation Studios and Head of PlayStation Productions. I'm here to welcome one of the newest members of the PlayStation Studios family, Firewalk. This team brings together some of the most talented developers in our industry, with an incredible pedigree in the online multiplayer space. We announced their first game, Concord, last year, and today they're revealing gameplay captured in-engine on PS5. But first, is an extended vignette introducing some of the cool characters you'll find in Concord Galaxy.
Let's do it, let's do it. I ain't never seen this game. This is pretty new to me. Concord? Let's check it out. Bull buddy, what's that all about? Oh, that's dope. How they got the cheats and stuff moving. That's pretty dope.
Oh, jukebox. It was a spontaneous, creative decision made after years of careful research.
Being really old and almost dying a bunch doesn't count as research.
Almost dying is the best way to learn how not to die. Besides, it worked, didn't it?
How much longer for the update?
A few more minutes. Hey, start time. Try it with hot sauce. You'll like it. Trust me.
No. Do not trust him.
No. Where's this coming from?
It's coming from you back on the ship saying, trust me, we're professionals. We'll stick to the plan. We can do this. And then... That was not the plan.
Technically, it was a plan. This just wasn't the same plan that we started with.
If we don't leave with this blue
Neymar. We will. We will.
Look like he's supposed to be like part lizard or something. Yeah, it looked like he was supposed to be part lizard.
We'll be taking this off your hands.
I mean, so what kind of multiplayer game is this? Is it team deathmatch or single player? That was pretty sick. I want to do some hand-to-hand combat with knives or something. Ooh, 50 cal to the back with a scope. Ooh, they letting off. Oh, that's dope. His back turned to like stone. Look at that. Oh, crystals. Yeah, his back turned to like crystals. What's that? Oh, that's dope.
How bad is it? You're still mad at me? Got him.
One off. This is you.
Got him.
taste for destruction.
What kind of gun is that? That's pretty dope.
This would be a very dishonorable way for us all to die. Don't worry!
Kind of reminds me of Fortnite a little bit. Kind of reminds me of Fortnite.
Back with us!
How successful that game is, I'm surprised they haven't made a whole lot of games like that.
Getting us to the rendezvous point.
Perhaps we should have let go also. Enough. Do not dare. We were supposed to stick together. If you let go, I swear I won't be. Oh, look, there they are. Hi. I am glad you avoided a dishonorable death.
Almost dying is the best way to learn how not to die. Or something.
I knew this was gonna work.
This wasn't the plan.
No, it just wasn't the one we started with.
Alright, another satisfied customer. Goods delivered, I send everyone their cut. Yeah.
Did you, like, carry it around with you for emergency bland situations or whatever?
Don't joke about something like this.
Our next job is somewhere with less scaffolding.
No scaffolding. Zero scaffolding, I promise. We were apart for so long, I thought I'd never feel your fiery embrace again.
You sound ridiculous.
Concord. Okay. Like Concord. Got it.
Concord is a 5v5 first-person shooter.
Ooh, 5 versus 5. That's dope.
In Concord, from the moment you log on, you're part of the crew of the North Star, a group of guns for hire known in our galaxy as free gunners. Free gunners are those lucky enough to be free to roam the stars. They take high-stake jobs on worlds across wild space, where they face other fiercely competitive free gunner crews. Here's the very first look at the gameplay of Concord.
Free gunning. It's hard work, but it's our work, and we don't take it for granted.
Oh, they're gonna show actual gunplay, okay? They're gonna show gameplay right now.
Right on target.
Let me see.
Free gunners have a shot at making something of themselves. A chance to be someone.
All right.
Okay. Ooh. I like, ooh. That looks like a 357 or something, or Desert Eagle. Ooh, that thing is nice.
Why not?
Oh, she got a crossbow. You know, kind of like a crossbow.
You won't survive on your own.
Explosive arrows. That's pretty dope. I'm interested in this character though. His back got really, like, watch. I think this is him.
Endless rage!
We risk our lives every day to do the job.
I'll clear the way. Time to show them the big guns. That's me.
This crew will go anywhere. Take any job. Face any enemy.
Yeah, this is gonna be right up a lot of people's alley right here. It's a lot like Fortnite. A lot like Fortnite. It just looks better. That's about it. It looks better, but it looks like the gameplay is a lot like Fortnite.
And together.
I like that gun.
Make our mark on this galaxy.
It looks like they got quick scope on here too. Like you can quick scope. Just look through your scope, just boom, boom, boom. With the 50 cal. That's woo. You can kill a lot of people with that gun.
Strengths and background of our team to make a tight, well-balanced FPS that feels great to play. We focused a ton of our attention and our tech on building a strong gameplay foundation of tight core movement, precise visceral shooting, and expressive ability.
Yeah, subscribe to the channel, man. If y'all haven't subscribed yet, if you come in here after the show is over, you can still subscribe. You know what I mean? I don't have to be live for you guys to subscribe, man. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so I can start doing more with my channel. I'm gonna start mentioning it more because I be feeling like people don't. If you don't tell somebody something, how they supposed to know? So I'm gonna start mentioning it more as I do more and more shows. I'm gonna start mentioning you guys subscribing to the channel. That way I can give you guys more and more better content. You know what I mean? So.
Where and when it happens, players can shift the battlefield to their advantage.
We've got everything from mystics and medics to gunslingers and sparked robots. Every character brings their own unique personality, skills, and wide-ranging perspectives to the crew. Every week, when you log into Concourse, you'll be welcomed with a new cinematic vignette that will give you a chance to see our characters off the job. They will feature ongoing narrative arcs that grow the characters' stories and relationships and unpack the broader...
So are they saying that even if when the game is off, they still, like, it's a living world?
Shared that we'll be hosting a pre-launch beta in July.
So even after you cut the game off, it's still like a living world. They're still doing their thing. If that's what it is, that's pretty dope. So they're saying basically every time you jump into the game, you're going to experience something new. That's pretty dope. Beta early access. I like that. The concept is pretty good. The characters look pretty dope too. Especially the guy that grew those crystals on his back. I want to see what he's about. Yeah, I want to see what he's about. PC God of War Ragnarok.
You seem like a calm, reasonable person. Are you?
Uh-oh, I might have to get back into God of War. Santa Monica Studios, Jetpack.
You don't really want war.
Coming to PC.
Kratos. War is coming. The prophecies say Fimbulwinter leads to Ragnarok.
You will die, Kratos of Sparta.
Death can have me. When it burns.
Odin's got tricks up his sleeve we haven't dared to consider.
Super ultra wide support. It's pretty dope. So guys, I'm getting tired, man. After this show, I might lay down for a while. I wanted to do a show back to back, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna have to lay down for about 2 hours and then get up and do another show.
Not because it is written.
It's pretty dope. Coming to PC September 19th, 2024.
Soldiers and officials alike oppress the people for personal gain, and the people must turn to thievery for food.
Omega Force.
Perhaps this is heaven's way of lamenting the state of the land.
Kind of reminds me of Dynasty Warriors. Well, that scene right there. Oh, this too reminds me of Dynasty Warriors. Sure, it might be. That'd be dope. Oh yeah, this looks just like Dynasty Warriors. It might be a new one. Oh yeah. You already know I'm a Dynasty Warriors fanatic. I gotta get the game. I beat every last one of them. I gotta get this game. I feel towards this like I do Onimusha. Yep, see? Dynasty Warriors Origin. See, y'all messing with a true gamer. I know my games. I really play games. Like, I'm in Elden Ring right now. I'm at level 642 right now. The max level is 713. I've beat the game. This is my 11th playthrough that I'm on right now. Going through my 11th time.
So, are you ready for it?
Yeah, Elden Ring right now. Elden Ring right now is my favorite game. Well, for this generation. My favorite game of all time is Onimusha 1, 2, 3, and 4. I was hoping that they would remake, they kind of remade the first one, but I was kind of hoping that they can get all of them on one disc and remake them, I want them to completely redo the games, like keep everything the same, but renew 100% the graphics and the textures and all of that to the game. Just redo it, you know what I mean? Leave it the same, but just redo it. Make it look way better, like up-to-date graphics, you know what I mean? That'd be so dope. Yeah, that'd be dope. Test in 03. No, quarter 3, 2024. Okay. Unfold. What's this?
I have seen the miracles you so played.
Tips works.
Until the towering vanished into the mist.
I pray for their grace, but all that came were inferior shades.
That's beautiful. Wow. Yeah, that was beautiful. I wonder if this is Unreal Engine 5. It looks like an Unreal Engine 5 game. Oh, wow. Wow. That's crazy looking, bro. You got the kid on your back. That's dope. That was dope. What is this? I gotta get this. What is this? Whoa. It's like Final Fantasy on crack. No, like Final Fantasy and Monster Hunter on crack. This is crazy.
Remember, no matter what happens, we did not betray this world.
Enter 2025. Next. Skydances. Behemoth. Skydance games. Uh-oh. VR. What's this?
I thought I could be a hero and break the curse. But I was a fool. There's no hope here.
I haven't got the PlayStation VR 2 gaming headset yet. I just heard it didn't do too well, so I never got into it. I got the first one, the first VR headset, but I never got this one. It ain't that I'm not into VR either. They haven't showed a game for it yet that's worthy of me to go purchase it for how much it is, you know what I mean?
I'll put you in the ground.
It's pretty dope.
The power of our God is immeasurable.
It looks good though, the graphics looks real good.
Thought I could be a hero. But heroes don't survive a forsaken lands.
Wow.
Only monsters do.
Skydances Behemoth. Available fall 2024. It's pretty dope. Pretty dope. 20th century games. Planetary. VR game. Oh, Alien? Is this Aliens? Oh, yep. Uh-oh. They got an Alien game in VR? Heck no. Heck no. Incursion? Heck no. I would never play that. No. You couldn't pay me enough. I would never play one of them, man. That made my skin crawl just thinking about that. It's crazy.
Hi everyone, I'm Sean Benson. I'm back on State of Play to introduce more exciting titles coming to PlayStation. Starting with the highly anticipated PvP shooter, playable soon on PS5.
What's that? Marvel? NetEase. Oh, just show me Wolverine. Just show me Wolverine and I'm in there. Or Gambit or Cyclops. I'm sold. What the? That's dope. That's dope. This is dope. What was that, Thor? What in the world's going on? What is happening right now?
Embrace the chaos.
Healing power. I'm back, baby. 3, 2, 1, blast off! Gonna get sticky. Feel the wrath of the goddess.
Ooh, Storm looks raw. Storm looks good. Venom, Spider-Man. Rivals.
Okay, let's see how
Galactus?
conquers space.
Galactus ain't no female. What? I don't get it. Galactus is a female? They playing with my emotions, man. They playing with my emotions. What's this? Wulong? Yeah, must be Wulong. Oh no, it ain't. Okay, I like the effects. The effects is nice. Okay. It reminds me of Crouching Hidden Dragon. That's what it reminds me of, Crouching Hidden Dragon. That's funny. Wow.
Hello, friends and
Ballistic Moon. I didn't know that was a game developer.
All my pals back for the annual Blackwood Winter Getaway.
Nice one.
You can't hide.
Go down.
It means so much to me that we're all still here together.
Fight the break.
I feel like someone's watching us.
There's no one out there. Let's make this one trip we will never forget.
Hi, Emily.
It's horrible.
I don't want to make hasty decisions that get everyone killed. We should stay put
right here until dawn.
Jessica!
You can't let me die!
Until dawn. Things out too.
Ogham was once a peaceful land, but each day descends further into madness. Famine and plague besiege us. The very earth is being poisoned. The Count's men, once our protectors, have turned on us. And now they come for me. Get down here! I must be the one to face this nightmare. This time, I'll remove your head myself. But I need not do it alone.
It's not bad.
Excuse me?
Silent Hill?
I'm sorry. I was just...
Look at all that fog and mist. Yeah, it's Silent Hill.
I'm kind of lost.
That's dope. Oh, that looks good.
I think you should stay away.
Mm.
This town, there's something wrong with it.
Is it dangerous?
Maybe.
I'll be careful.
I'm not lying.
I guess I don't really care if it's dangerous or not. I'm going either way.
This game creeps me out, man. To me, this game was way scarier than Resident Evil, bro. Way scarier. Just the sound effects and the noises that the enemies made and all that. It's crazy.
I'll be good, I promise. Tell him I'll be good, please. Please.
I can't wait, man. October 8th. This game's gonna be so sick. October 28th.
Capcom announced this next game last December, offering just a glimpse of what's in store for their celebrated franchise. Today, I am so excited to share the first full gameplay trailer for Monster Hunter Wilds.
I know a lot of people happy about this game. I ain't never played one of these before. I might have to buy it.
As soon as we find a good
Yeah, I might have to buy it.
things set up and ready to go. And then we can get started.
Yeah, I might have to get the Wilds.
I hope we find them soon.
Yeah, I think I might get it.
Incredible. I've never heard of a Karatnoth herd this big before.
Yeah, I might pick it up.
On its back.
I wonder if it's gonna be just disc. I mean, just digital or disc too. Because if it's gonna be on disc, I'm gonna go get it from GameStop. Ooh, he looked crazy.
Now to lead it away from the pack. We'll make for the desert.
Right. The sandstorm.
Wow. Oh yeah, this looks real good.
Now commencing the hunt by order of the guild.
Wow, look at the art direction. The art direction is crazy. Wow. Look at that, man. Are you serious? Wow. And that's how he looks in the gameplay. Yeah. I gotta pick this up. I gotta pick this up. I ain't got a choice. This looks amazing. Wow. Look at that, man. Oh, and this one, the creatures fight each other too. That's crazy. Whoa. His sword is a gun too. Pretty dope. Look at this. I gotta get it. I gotta get it. Yeah, I gotta pick it up, man.
I've selected you as a lead hunter for this expedition.
Thank you, sir.
Monster Hunter. Wow. That looks, whew. Yeah, that's gonna be amazing. That looks nice. Real nice. PlayStation robot. Are you serious? They taking him on crazy adventures, huh? I can't lie though, it looks pretty sick. I wouldn't even lie to you. I ain't gonna hold you. That looks crazy. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, it looks crazy. It's pretty good. That's crazy. Astrobot.
Be sure to visit PlayStation Blog for more on the games you just saw, as well as PlayStation.com for the latest on Days of Play. This global celebration runs through June 12th, with deals on PlayStation Store, great new content coming to PlayStation Plus, and much more.
Yeah, man. That was it, man. That was crazy, man. PlayStation got some games coming out, man. It's crazy because the majority of them are exclusives. You know what I mean? So, and a lot of them I want to try out. So, I like that. But yeah, I enjoyed that show. I hope y'all did too, man. Like I said, the Black Knight's gonna be on here later on, well, in a couple of hours, to do him a show, so y'all be looking forward to that, man. But yeah, I'm gonna jump up off of here though, man. It was good doing the show, at least, you know, watching this show with you guys, man, to the end. It was pretty cool, man. But I love y'all, man. y'all put God first, man, because he's always gonna put you first. Peace.